Hello and welcome to our second Ruby game of the season. I'm joined here in the casting booth by the one, the only Storm,
Yo, how's it going?
and yeah, we have hopefully an exciting match here today between Ottawa and Baltimore. It
Should
looks
be.
like coin flip was won by Ottawa, and my bad. I'm trolling.
Well,
I'm giving you guys insider information. Okay, yeah. Ottawa wins the coin flip.
that was cool. I'd never even seen that animation. This is my first cast of the year, so I'm looking forward to it.
Honestly, same. And what better to do a little bit of trolling on Ilios?
Yeah, this is what we like to see. Plus, I'm excited to see some of these players play again. I think it's my first time watching Zach not on Dallas, so that's definitely going to be a little bit strange.
That's true. We have a long time Dallas member finally floating away from the flock. Um, and it looks like I wasn't paying attention, but um, Baltimore is going to be joined by a ringer. We have Cool, I think, joining the ranks. They
Ooh,
joined the lobby.
it looks to be that way. Yeah. Who who's out?
Oh wait, no, Clementine.
Uh,
Clementine joined the ranks. I don't think they need a ringer anymore. There's been
it
some
would
confusion, chat. They don't know
appear
what's
not.
happening. We don't know what's happening.
I don't think they expected them to join up. They had the ringer up just in case. On immediate diva ban.
I don't know. That seems mayhaps they were just banning to save a tank. I don't know. I feel like Identity, the projected tank player, I guess we don't know for sure. They have a couple ringers over there is pretty flexible though. So I don't know if the diva
True.
ban really cripples it much.
They also have Zach, who could, in theory, play tank, but I'm pretty sure he's sticking to DPS this season.
Don't forget the one, the only Doomfist OTP Arunos is on the rank.
That's true.
We could see a little bit of Doom trolling.
And if I remember correctly, I believe Clementine also is an avid Winton enjoyer. So if they decide to run a dive style comp, Clementine could definitely play on that Winston.
That is true. Honestly, I think what everyone in chat should be excited for. I think this is the first match we are officially perked up, ladies and gentlemen. Overwatch
Oh, that's
2
true.
is perked up.
It's made it a lot of fun for our casters, trying to figure out all of the icons, what all of it means.
Yeah. I'm gonna be
It does
honest.
look like Identity is going to be on tank.
We don't need to know the icons. We could just speculate. It's fine, right?
True, true. Just guess. So we've got Identity, Tank, Arnos Clem, DPS, and Franzak support line on the side of Baltimore.
And on Ottawa, we're looking at Vanguard on tank. Surprise, surprise. The DPS duo of Shogun Apple, Adbon, and the backline, Recon Reborn and Stitch. I I think this is going to be interesting for sure.
I agree. We haven't seen. I mean, this is week one, so anything is possible. These teams, this is their first real UR Overwatch match together. I'm sure they've done at least one scrim before now, but this is their first real test here. So I'm curious to see how this goes.
No, for sure, for sure. I think everyone's excited and maybe a little nervous to get these first games out of the way. That being
Definitely,
said,
nerves are definitely something that can come into play here.
let's not forget, depending on the length of this one, whether it's here in a UR stream or a personal stream, don't forget, chat, there is an Emerald game immediately after this. Looking for 9 p.m. Eastern.
But
Look,
in we go. Ilios ruins the start.
ruins the start, and now it's not necessarily in the rumor mill so much as it has been self-declared, but Adbon has put himself in Widow Jail, and what a place to start than Ilios Ruins. Control can be a little iffy for the Widow player, but this, not a bad one to start out on.
Definitely not. Widow is notorious for being very strong on this map. So, not, you know, like you said, definitely not the worst place to start here. We've got Winston on the side of Baltimore too.
Shogun with the TP coming out, and then swap to the Tracer, help with the team rollout.
Ooh. And Adbon starting out with a meaty little headshot on that Winston. He hears the Tracer looking down.
Identity gets naded, has to jump out. And Ottawa just sort of controlling the left side of point. Vanguard committing the wall and his block, and his team able to secure the point. They're looking for an in. Adbon able to get a Runa through all ends him, and Clementine goes in alone on the brig. Gets whip-shotted. Identity trapped by the wall.
Looks like it's just clean up from here.
Just clean up. Exactly.
Adbon immediately question marked Arunos as soon as he died to that Venom mine. So it looks like we've got a little bit of trash talking going on to start. Some light.
They forced the recall out of Arunos. He's able to stay up for now. Shogun pressuring him, but he's able to live. And Shogun wants the 1v1. Chasing Arunos. But Fran turns around Peel. They get a pick on a Shogun.
Good nade.
Adbon returning the favor with a crisp headshot on a Clementine. And another onto Arunos. It's a 2K. He grapples. Oh, we're just shy of the 3. And Vanguard wants these exit kills.
I mean, he's Hazard. He can kind of just do whatever he wants now.
That's true. Anyone hoping
very survivable character.
numbers changes with the perked patch did not get them. Hazard is still as is, actually with a couple bonus features now.
I think it would have been a little bit overwhelming for them to include real balance changes as well. I think their big focus was on the perks.
And Identity gets walled in. He's antied and he doesn't have primal yet. He makes it out, but they're chasing. Clementine able to get an OT touch, but no one's going to be able to follow up on that.
A 100-0 round on the side of Ottawa. Very strong start. Wait, we can't see perks? Uh-oh.
That's okay. I think we can... I don't know about you, but I feel like I know enough of them. We could sort of suss them out as we watch.
Okay, so if you look down at the bottom right, actually, you can see the icon of the perk that they have if they have a perk on. Notably, Shogun's swapping the sim for the teleport, which means that he does erase the any perks that they may have had. So they're starting on a clean. Does it? Oh, he didn't have a perk anyway, so there you go. Admon holding this angle.
I was gonna say, not on the same long angles that Ruin offers, but he has a cheeky little angle here on point. And I think
I
the
like
big
it.
part of it, this Widow is actually creating a lot of pressure, and the wasn't able to close the distance on the last map. So it left pretty much Vanguard and Shogun on the front line to sort of just tear it up last map.
Nobody really looking over at the Widow until now. But Shogun in hot pursuit.
That's better.
Haruno's falls, Vanguard catching him off guard. Able to leap around the corner and catch him. And this Baltimore team is just corralled in here by the Hazard and the off angle with the Tracer. Just taking poke. Vanguard slept and naded, but no follow-up gonna come through.
Oh, down goes
Vanguard.
Clementine to a shot and a good Admon shot though.
And yeah, he's just staying on this off angle by the lighthouse. And he pretty much
All
is.
kind of just stuck in there still.
And Shogun with the stagger or re-kill onto the Runos, and he 1v2, he gets Clementine.
Yeah. And Baltimore wisely, once they got out of that room, they said, "Okay, we just got to reset here," and then they head back. But Admon on a little flank here.
He is pushing up, yes, and I like this. Admon is on a cheeky flank. He's gonna be behind the bridge, and he just misses the rotating brig. They're in the room now, but they don't know he's here. He might catch someone unaware still. And Identity goes down. Clementine trades out Stitch though, and
Oh, and the brig goes down, forced rally.
And a big Hazel. The point flips, but he gets 3, stuck with it. He's able to confirm the kill onto the Tracer. And now Fran is being pressured and bullied by this Hazard.
Will save them, but not for long as the Nano comes out.
Nano coming out. Identity trying to juggle the Hazard off the cliff. Might be able to get him. He is able to get the kill.
That leap not coming back fast enough. What? Did anybody else just catch that Shogun pulse into literally nothing?
It was for dramatic effect.
I think he got the fly. He got the fly.
Fran desperately trying to keep the fight alive, rallying her brig.
Yeah,
But to
looking
no
for some kind
avail.
of final stand, but it's not really gonna happen. And that's a pretty dominant first map from Ottawa, I think.
That is
Didn't really give them. Yeah, didn't really give Baltimore much room to breathe.
Here goes nothing. Caught you staring. Oh. Let's try that again.
And to those of you in chat who gambled, the money on Ottawa coming back to you. Let me get the map 2 prediction started.
I'm curious to see which ways the bands go for this round, though.
I was gonna say, I think it's interesting, again, with this dynamic Adbon has set out for himself, playing
Yeah.
Widow only. Because now you can choose maps. You could map pick around him. Ones that limit the distance at which the Widow could play and the angles he has access to. Or you could run the risk of banning the Widow if you feel it's oppressive enough. But that does leave him open and free to play any DPS then. So
And if he wants to stick to the sniper characters, he could always just, play a little Ash, maybe a little Hanzo if he's feeling a little silly.
I was gonna say Ash, Hanzo. They are the traditional snipers, but I think if you ban his Widow, he might just go fully unchained. You might see the Sojourn come out.
That's true. Sojourn has been very strong.
I was gonna say,
Looks like they're opting not to ban and hitting King's Row and Advon's taunting him a little bit here, saying ban Widow, you won't.
yeah, I don't think there's gonna be any Widow bans happening. I think the general consensus, even heading into this, is to leave Advon on the Widowmaker.
And King's Row definitely not a bad Widow map either. Definitely seen some dominant showings on that character on that map before.
For sure. I think maybe on second point, if they're able to get there, sort of the hard 90-degree angles, you can kind of limit some of the pressure from the widow there. But Adbon has been pretty creative so far with some of these angles. So yeah, I think he'll definitely still cook on the widow. I am excited to see though what happens when he is finally pressured by a decent dive and he is on that widow.
Vanguard banning the May for on the side of Ottawa.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know Zach is an avid May enjoyer, but I do believe Zach is still in support jail at the moment. I'm not sure if Arunos or Clementine have a May in their bag. Granted, they might not specialize in May, but some teams don't like to deal with the wall and choke of kings, so that might be the reasoning behind the ban.
I think I've seen Arnos on May like a few times, so it's entirely possible he could have pulled it out had they not banned her.
It looks like, yeah, we're finally getting it set up. King's Row, you love to see it. We're happy to have it back in the map pool. Absolutely. Despite one of our lead prod personnel, Andrew Ninja, despising it, the community is happy to have Kings back, baby.
Very, very much so. I know. I for sure am. I'm very excited to get some Rhine duels in on that map.
Absolutely. Honestly, if you don't like King's Row, I'm just gonna come out and say you're fake. We'll play it till we die. Yeah. Cool says, I'm just tired of seeing the same map every time. Yeah, well, we're tired of seeing you, buddy. Okay? No one asked.
King's Row is a menace to society on the same level as Spider-Man, says Andrew Ninja. Turning into J. Jonah Jameson over here.
Listen, if we had it their way, we would be on Numbani, and no one wants that.
No one wants to see that. It's looking like no Reinhardt rolling out here, which is a little bit disappointing, but you know.
We see similar comps coming out from both teams. Vanguard opting for the Sig here on defense. Looking to control sightlines for his Widow, maybe? Or I'm pretty sure Vanguard is just comfortable and enjoys the Sig. And
Adbon just lying in chat.
It looks
to see that.
Clementine's opting to take the Widow duel here.
This is gonna be fun.
Now, is it just a cheeky shot out of spawn, or is he locked in for the duel?
And Zach, what is Shogun Apple doing? Shogun's just chilling.
No, he swapped to the Genji. And Winston bubbles the cross here. No one scouted Shogun and Stitch in the top right. They're going for the hard rotate, though. Tracer coming in from behind for the poke. And Adbon
Maybe
is
trying to slow him down a little bit, but
he's just stopping the dive on him by literally hiding. They don't know. When he takes his first shot, and he finds Arunos, who got slept
Oh.
by the Ana. And Vanguard cleans up Clementine. Identity able to get the refrag onto Recon, but Vanguard in the backline now gets Fran, and it's just Identity left here on this point.
Down goes Zach, and Identity's gonna have to leave, but he gets shot by Adbon out of the mid-leap out of the air.
Let's see, Adbon pushed up here looking for a cheeky shot early. Now let's see. I don't know if they saw him the first time. If he retries that same spot, I think it might be not worth it. And as I say that, Shogun able to find two off the rip. And Stitch is on the flank, just doing the DPS Kiri thing. Confirms 3.
Oh,
Gonna say, the monkey might have been cleanup, but a 3K is a 3K.
that's true. They're kind of holding up here. Clementine is half. Shogun just hiding up in this corner again. Now jumps into the back line.
And the solo flux able to confirm a kill onto the support, and Shogun picks off Fran, so Bal is left high and dry, no healers. But they get some trades. Clementine going kind of crazy. Adbon fighting for his life. Loses the SMG battle.
Oh, Adbon put up a bit of a fight there, but in the end it was too much, and Identity came in to clean him up.
Yeah, sorry, that's a correction on my part. Won the SMG battle against the Tracer. Ooh, and a good kill on a Shogun to stop the contest. Wasn't drawn out.
Very nice.
And Vanguard
Look,
into swapping onto the Mauga after the point cap. Pulse coming out, not finding anyone.
Oh,
It
that's...
has
Yep.
pointed out Adbon is on the efficiency perk. His shots cost less. They only cost 3 ammo per shot. And we see it paying dividends maybe against the Tracer. Oh, and a big nade from Recon gets Suzu'd.
Ooh.
Clementine finding the kill onto the back line.
Yeah, I think Recon just got his sleep deflected back at him, and that's what led to that kill. I need to. Ana has the bouncing nade perk, which is certainly an interesting one, where it causes an extra nade to bounce after the initial nade lands.
And a big stomp by Vanguard. But Clementine gets bubble from Identity, able to stay healthy. But Stitch finds Arunos. And Shogun finding Fran. The beat coming out from Zach, but might have been an overcommitment at that point. Then again, Vanguard burns Cade just to kill Identity. I don't know. I feel like they could have just whittled away at the monkey. Maybe he jumps out there, but...
Yeah, but regardless, Ottawa still very much so on the better side of the old battle here, with Kiriko Rush still up, along with Tracer Pulse Bomb, but Tracer can build that up like it's nothing. But the Rush being crucial here.
We do have the counter swap coming out from Identity onto the Diva, giving Vanguard a taste of his own medicine, mayhaps.
I like the pick.
And Fran gets stuck.
Oh,
That's going to be a
throw
reset. You
wrench.
can't go in on just Lucio heals, not against this comp. You're still poking.
Yeah, Clementine gets out.
Adbon might be caught out, or Arunos might be caught out here. Forced to burn recall. Able to get DM from Identity, but Shogun tries to all in. Both Tracers down recall now. And this poke has been reset as Baltimore gets their Ana back. Identity gets naded. The rush coming out from Stitch. And a big slam onto the Ana.
Ooh.
And Vanguard able to just run down the back line with the Kiri rush there from Stitch.
Yeah, very, very solid. Very, very solid Curie rush. Very solid play from Stitch overall. Got a pick onto Arnos and was able to just clean up with a big Suzu as well. Ooh,
With
Stitch
this-
that Arnos.
With this back line, Stitch is able to sort of kind of 2-on-1 with the Tracer off angle a lot, and we've been seeing a lot of value in it. They've been contributing a lot to the team's kills and definitely helping whittle down people for Shogun to clean up. And as we see the fight breaking out front line, there she is again in the back line.
Huge play from Shogun Apple coming out here. A fantastic pulse bomb to take out the back line, and then from there it's just easy cleanup for the rest of the team.
To one, switching sides. Initiating match.
And Ottawa here sort of showing why they are the predicted powerhouse that they are set to be this season.
Yeah, they're dominating currently right now. Alright, once these players pick, I want to have a look at some of these perks.
Ready for
Oh.
battle.
We have a pause.
Or not. Come on, maybe. Oh, and Recon is the unlucky soul.
All right, Recon losing internet or having a game reset, unsure.
I believe I saw Shogun had a perk that I didn't even know was in. I didn't even know was in the game. I didn't know Tracer had this with the health packs restoring 1 blink charge. I was not aware of that.
Yeah, I think Tracer has some pretty decent perks. I think the general consensus is some heroes got ones that are less valuable than others. Tracers are kind of crazy. In my opinion,
It's flashback is kind of crazy.
Kiri's ability to have 2 TPs, I think that's kind of crazy.
A little
She
bit.
is already a character that has some get out of jail free cards, and even just from the perspective of if you burn a TP to do like a TP cleanse, if your other like support is like a backline like Ana in this case, Recon's been playing, then you could go in, flash cleanse, and then TP back out, TP back to your Ana, which is just sort of insane to me. Let alone disregarding like the higher ability she gets to stay in goofy angles and deal DPS now.
Yeah. Plus, I think it's interesting, kind of feeding into the DPS Kiriko, playing from the back line and just chucking kunai with the Fortune Teller perk. I think that's also a very interesting perk that could be very good if you're good enough at Kiriko to hit your shots consistently. Because it launches 2 healing Ofuda to an ally in front of you. So you're chucking kunais and then healing your allies at the same time. And it's just like, what can you do?
And some changes coming out here from both teams. Vanguard back onto the Sig. Runos rolling out on the Soj and Clementine on the Reaper.
So it is notable though that you don't keep perks on hybrid between these rounds. So everybody's reset back to 1 here.
Oh, and a big anti coming out from Recon.
Oh my goodness.
No one able to really follow up on it, but they have to get a soft reset inside that room. Everyone has to get healthcare. And Vanguard just pressuring them with the Sig, landing a bunch of damage with the splash of his primary fire in this room. And Shogun
Yeah,
on
it
the
is.
off angle, just pressuring them deeper and deeper into this hallway.
I don't feel like they're just getting sandwiched here.
I was gonna say he's
There's not really
content
much I
to
can
just
do.
spam that out. He doesn't have to push up. He's just gonna farm. As you see, he's already 70% to ult. Identity
Oh,
desperation touch, instantly demacked, and a crazy shot from Arunos.
Objective.
Clementine getting the kill for his trouble. He's sick of Adbon. Fair, valid. But it looks like just
big
clean up
rock.
here. Clementine fighting for his life, but to no avail.
Not quite able to get out there. They're not quite able to do much there. I don't think they were looking to get out though. I think they were looking to just, I'm gonna die here.
And unfortunately, this Diva and Soj, they're split off from their spawns. The rest of the team got bad spawn. They're gonna get staggered
Comes it
here.
back.
Today, Sojo.
Especially this
Very
Diva, if she gets
unfortunate.
demacked, they're gonna leave her mini.
I
She
wonder if
has to
Vanguard's
jump off the map.
Thinking for a little flux here. Only gets one though.
And Fran able to live.
Good blocking from Zach for sure.
And Stitch pressuring Clementine back. They're stuck on this corner now. While Shogun is playing Payload Princess as Adbon takes the forward position to have a cheeky angle.
Vanguard just has so much space right now.
And they're pushing into a rush. Fran with the nano though. And Zach nearing his rally.
They're gonna have to get a move on though. That payload's really close. Are they gonna get a touch? Oh, barely.
0.11 meters. And both support outs coming out, but Fran still falls, gets pulsed by Shogun. And both teams sort of flip the map. Vanguard is in the back line of Baltimore, while Identity is in the back line of Ottawa, and it's just chaos. Stitch finding Zach, Aruno's trading out Shogun. The blade comes out, and Vanguard takes him down. It doesn't get anyone. And now Stitch is just left to contest this Diva by themselves. Dies.
Hey.
Arunos lurking cart. You don't want to see any letter numbers happening.
True.
Of course, no mobile heroes up. Shogun making his way back, but it looks like they're steadfast. They're letting it tick backwards.
Just get a little reset. You got 3 minutes on the clock. There is absolutely no rush here.
A deflect coming out from Clementine, almost getting Shogun. The bomb finds Vanguard though. And that's big. Baltimore needed that. Vanguard puts a lot of pressure out on that Sig. Now this is sort of just a reset for them. They need to be careful though. If Adbon finds a pick here on the exit, that could be devastating. Identity falling low, and there it is! Clementine finds one.
Identity just running for his life right now, and he's not gonna be free. Oh,
Yeah, and that's rough. Recon landing a nade on his Zach. Identity dead. And they're just gonna walk this point in now.
yep.
And that is map 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Good try. They definitely made a little bit of a last stand there, but it just wasn't meant to be. Overextended a little bit. Clementine got picked, and that was kind of the start of the end there.
Gonna say, honestly, Adbon had some clean shots there, but not as oppressive I feel as that first map with the sightlines, and I think that was it. That was their undoing. They overaggressed. Adbon able to find that opening pick, and then Identity was just too far out, too stranded. They weren't able to get back to their team, and it was costly.
Yeah, a costly mistake. Pushing up, they wanted that space, got too greedy, and then Adbon finding the very nice shot, I should say, onto Clementine. That was able to start the snowball. Just waiting on map pick and hero ban here.
And if you're a gambler in chat, predictions are up.
I'll partake in a little bit of gambling, I think.
It's a little bit of gambling, you know, we have to. Surely someone bets the house on Val, might pay dividends.
It might. There's always that chance that that Baltimore just locks in.
I was gonna say it was a little tighter there. You definitely seen moments from Baltimore where they came alive. Especially when they were able to shut down Vanguard. I think a lot goes into the tank matchup where if Identity is able to sort of keep that in check and everyone's able to sort of respect Adbon sightlines, they have a chance.
Shogun seems to be very unhappy here as the ban is locked in and they've picked Suravasa and banned Tracer here. So Arno's no longer in Tracer jail either. Shogun Apple locked on off of the hero that they have been playing for pretty much the entire series. Actually, I think the entire series.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see something else out of Shogun now. Which begs the question, are we just gonna see a default copy pasta from ranked ladder and the comp scene? Are we just gonna see a Sojourn? Is that what's gonna happen?
Sojourn Widow could be scary. I'm curious to see how Adbon plays the Widow on this map, though.
It would be funnier if we saw Torbjorn. He's
That's true.
still pretty good right now. He low key melts. Actually, I don't even think it's low key anymore. Torb's just good.
Yeah, no, it's not even. It's not low key anymore. He's just a solid pick.
And a Diva ban coming out from Ottawa. Wait, didn't they already ban Diva? I think that's illegal. Someone has to tell them no.
I think they did.
Unless I misread.
I'm pretty sure once a hero's banned.
No. It was from
Okay.
Baltimore. Each team can ban the same hero. Just one team cannot do it twice.
I see.
We just had to make sure we don't want any mishaps happening. But yes, the ban is Diva. It is valid. Diva is off the table.
So I wonder who Identity goes here. Because does Identity stick on the Winston or does he mix it up? Because I know he can play quite a bit of the tank roster.
He has a pretty big pool.
Maybe we see a Hazard come out.
I was gonna say, up until the perk changes, he has been a very big advocate of the Hazard. Funnily enough, we haven't seen it here tonight.
We saw Vanguard play Hazard a little bit on Ilios, but nothing on the side of Identity as far as Mr. Freak goes.
I'm gonna be honest. I personally am sick of seeing that character, so I respect it.
I can hop on that train. That character's kind of just been everywhere for a while now. Whether it's pro play or your ranked games, feels like you're seeing that character a lot.
I say in scrims, it's super fun to play against. Hashtag not really. Especially against before Torb started to worm his way in. It was always a good feeling. Played a couple of scrims, you know, get hit by a Juno rocket, and then you just see a Genji dash at you and a Hazard dash at you and confirm the kill on the missile hit. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yep. It's a lot of fun watching your health bar go down at the speed of light.
Cool says, I think they banned Lucio just to fuck with Rico. Listen, don't you have a empty roster slot to go fill? Why don't you go concern yourself with that before you yap at me in chat? Maybe you should get that straightened out. Don't you have a job to do? Aren't you a GM? Yeah, that's what I thought. Keep the lips zipped. I'm gonna say, you gave me the power of the microphone. We will roast you on hot mic, okay? Until Andrew takes my prod privileges away, we can start a whiling out up in here. I do not.
I'm down. Let's run it.
I was gonna say, we got music, we got beats. Like, let's be honest, it's not hard to be better than Nick Cannon. So, like, we could definitely.
You're not wrong. He's spitting facts right now.
Says he has the power to take prod privileges too. Yeah, but I'm already on here. And I have more roles in the server, so you have to like go up the whole chain of command. It's a whole thing. Oh wait, yeah, true. He can't even do anything. Everyone in chat, Cool does not have 2FA enabled, so he has no mod privileges. Or sorry, they have no mod privileges.
Wow.
Honestly,
Imagine
that's like,
not having 2FA.
I was gonna say that's like a free pass to fish react any of Cool's messages because they can't do anything about it. So if you're listening in chat, go to the server, find a message from Cool, fish react them right
Fish
now.
react them right now. Immediately.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. We
Yeah,
are
about what's happening inside. They Ottawa tried to get their 6th in, but it was pointed out that roster lock happens before bans, and so now they're redoing bans. It appeared in Baltimore is going back to the Tracer ban. And what was the point? Why
you got
they
this
just banned the same characters? But we do have Spasnik coming in for Recon.
And Spasnik, I think, is new to UR. I'm pretty sure. At least it's not a gamer tag
Yes.
I'm familiar with. So we have a rookie
I'm pretty
debut
sure.
here. Actually, I think this is Stitch's first season 2.
I believe so, yeah.
So 2 rookie debuts, and Stitch so far making a big name for
Stitch.
herself. I was gonna say a big
Stitch.
splash in tonight's game.
As far as rookie play goes, there's been some huge plays on her part.
Absolutely. But I'm interested now because we don't know Spasnik's hero pool. I had a read on Stitch from some of the combines and from seeing them in the server, but I have not seen Spasnik anywhere. And we have a Zen. We have a Zen being flashed to us, ladies and gentlemen.
And Stitch also offered the Curie onto the Juno for that speed. Zach playing Lucio, identity on ball.
Careful, Alexandra. You can have
Arnos on Sojourn now that he doesn't have to lock the Tracer in, and Shogun onto Soldier 76.
Yes. 5, 4.
I love Soldier. The perks make him so funny. I don't care
Oh
what's
my
optimal.
goodness.
The strafe speed when you sprint, if you take the sprint increase, is hilarious. You should do it in your ranked games. Flank Soldier is fun.
Not so fast.
Do it in your ranked games. Run it down.
And that's what we see. We see the DPS going for a big flank while the core of Baltimore are fighting on point here. And Ball catches Shogun out, but Vanguard's already high charge and finds Zac out of position. And Adbon on a flank angle finds a Runos. And Identity just not able to get it done on Ball. The Soldier, no perks yet, but quite literally just locking the legs, running away.
It felt like Identity was like didn't have a chance really to make much of an impact in that fight. He went around for the flank, or went around to catch the flank off, and then everybody behind him was just perished.
And Shogun cut out here, gets bubbled after picking up a Mega and using his health pack, and he goes right back on the flank. He's just running in circles. He forces the TP out of Kiri, And now Identity's off, looking to find the Zen mayhaps, getting some roll-throughs. But the point flip comes out in favor of Bao, but Shogun finding 2 on this flank. And Adbon able to help him clean up the Lucio. And the refrag immediately coming back in the favor of Ottawa. I think the problem is all these players are able to play well enough independently. By the time Identity isolates one, they're able to get into a position where they get the bubble, they get the health pack, they get the peel that they need while the rest of the damage is being applied to Identity.
We have a Roadhog on the field with a big hook already. Roadhog has been sighted.
Shogun finding Clementine. Identity forced to fight on point. Committing the minefield. Probably going to swap. Just a desperation attempt at this point.
Arno's going to fall. And that's going to be it.
And Vanguard
just running into these mines.
Expertly taking the mines, giving his support ult charge, himself some ult charge. And Identity
smarts now.
Ball.
Now Stitch on Ray, and now we have pretty much every ult and a huge hook again. Fran hasn't been allowed to play, and now both supports down on the side of Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore supports have been falling very early in these fights.
Now Clementine's low too. Identity does swap onto the Malga. For the Roadhog, for sure.
I don't think it's going to matter this fight. You have both support ults on the side of Ottawa.
Yeah, and with no anti on the side of Baltimore, not really much you can do about that Zen ult.
Aznek gets ran down, though, before he could pop the train. Vanguard pops Whole Hog in an attempt to keep himself up. But the squishies on the side of Ottawa are just permanently out-rotating Baltimore and able to just apply damage. Wherever Identity tries to engage, his backline is just receiving constant pressure from these off angles.
This has to be frustrating because it feels like Baltimore feels like, okay, we're getting these picks, but we're just not able to finish out these fights.
I'm going to say some good looks, but as you see, they're just all being rotated again. And
Fran again falling.
With the opening hit. And the Transcendence committed. Vanguard with the hook off the map. Fair plays. And Zach with the boop, the complimentary boop for your troubles.
Thank goodness.
But that's all Baltimore's really gonna get on this point.
That's okay. We know the value and the morale boost that comes from one single environmental kill, and I wish that was a joke.
True. You're not wrong. And
I'm with you.
Vanguard taking the hog perk that I also always take. Every single time you land a hook, you regain 2 ammo, so no need to worry about having to reload after you've hit a fat hook. You always have at least 2 shots.
That's just a skill issue. Let's be honest, the hog perks are kind of troll, so that might still be the better of 2 evils. But
I mean, do you want two shots not to worry about it, or be able to throw Pigpen farther? You want to be able to huck Pigpen like a baseball. And it looks like Baltimore kind of just giving away this point for free, and a big hook from Vanguard again. Down goes Zach.
And Clementine running down Spaznik. Oh, he blades. That's the backline gone from Ottawa. This is winnable if you're Baltimore.
Identity coming up on a cage. Kiriko has rush, but gets picked off by Adbon.
I was gonna say, he's uncontested in that choke. No one was respecting him. And Shogun trading out Clementine, and now we look like we're in the same scenario again. Vanguard committing the whole hog. Honestly, for having no support, Identity looked a lot more healthy there than he should have been.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what was happening there.
To say he is playing the funny Malga character though.
True. But I didn't see shout out.
I've got you in my sights.
And the being forced by the Shogun ultimate on Soldier.
That
The
was a big
sprint speed
flank.
increase, I think, is what he took.
Yes. It looks like he took sprint speed increase and yeah, the Helix rockets reload 15 ammo if they damage an enemy.
I don't think they're gonna get a touch. Oh no, they do. Clementine able to secure it. An Identity falling dangerously low. He pops his E. Able to live. He gets some health care, and the flip comes out. It doesn't get closer than that though. We're up
Yeah, not really.
2-0, and the point is 99 in the favor of Ottawa. And they're walking into the fight. They have Trank. Friend does have Kitsune up. And Zach, he gets caught out.
Big hook.
Oh, but he's able to get health care. Playing a dangerous game. I would not keep peeking that. And Spaznik finds an opening pick on Marunos. An Identity. Discorded. Clementine ulting onto the Soldier. Both support ults coming out from each side. Vanguard able to find the deck. And what would have been a big stomp kind of gets canceled out by Vanguard's whole hog. An Identity is left to try to hunt Adbon, but the point flip is coming through. And he's left stranded. He's
Yeah,
not.
Identity's kind of just pinned. Yeah, he can't really get back, and that's gonna do it.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our Ruby match of the night, going in favor of Ottawa. Wait, Spaznik flexing on us all with the Mythic Zen skin. Did you guys see that, chat? He's absolutely loaded. Write that down. If you need
is
a
this
sub,
when he-
you are Overwatch, call Spaznik.
Yoink. Huge hog play coming up from Vanguard. I love to see that. That was very dominant performance from Ottawa there.
Very. And I think that's them trying to set the tone for their season. Nonetheless, a couple good fleeting moments there from Baltimore. I was gonna say, I know they're a younger roster. They have some less seasoned players, maybe not in terms of UR, but in terms of overall branching Overwatch. So if you're them, you want to get back to the drawing board and lock in for your week 2 match. But nonetheless, some exciting shenanigans here for our second Ruby game of the season.
Absolutely, very enjoyable watch. Looks like Ottawa is going to be against Dallas next week, and Baltimore has War. The returning Ruby champ, or the defending Ruby champs of last season.
That's JS Wessler saying they're going to win. That's right. The gauntlet has been thrown down. You can't hear them, but we can. So I'm throwing it down unofficially for them. But yeah, tune back in next week for more Ruby action.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. We do have a Emerald match again. I got a shout out. I think we're gonna stream it here on main. We got this one wrapped up in time, so log back in and watch the Emerald match.
Yep. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
It is Pitt versus some other team. Maui. Pittsburgh versus
Ooh.
Maui. Look at that. I remembered off the top. So see you guys there, suckers.
See you guys in a bit.